Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation from Gauri Purbi Mahalla Chautha is recited as follows. Gurmat Baje Sabad Anahd, Gurmati Manua Gave, Vadbhagi Gur Darsan Paya, Dhan Dhan Guru Levelave, Gurmukh Har Levelave Rahao, Hamara Thakur Satgur Pura, Man Gur Ki Kar Kamave, हम मल मल धोवें पाव गुरु के जो हर हर कथा सुनावे हृदय गुरमत राम रसायन जिह्वा हर गुण गावे मन रसक रसक हर रस आगाने फिर बहुर न भूख लगावे कोई करे उपाव अनेक बहु तेरे बिन कृपा नाम न पावे जन नानक को हर कृपा धारी मति गुरमत नाम दृढ़ावे. We continue with the theme of the importance of the Satgur, the enlightener. And in this passage, there is a hint that the primordial enlightener is the Creator itself. Gurmat Baje Sabad Anahd, Gurmati Manua Gave. Baje Sabad Anahd, the unbounded Shabad or word, is experienced through Gurmat. It is by attuning the mind to Gurmat that you experience the word. Now we will see what that means in a bit. Gurmat Manua Gave, and again, through the teachings of Guru wisdom, does the mind attune itself to this unbounded word or Shabad. And fortunate are the ones who have received this Guru wisdom, Vadbhagi Gur Darsan Pai. And praiseworthy is the Gur enlightener, doubly so, who connects the mind to the Shabad. So here the word Shabad is used along with Anhad and sometimes with Anhat, referring to sound that is unstruck, that is to say that sound that arises spontaneously and is boundless, that cannot be heard by the physical ear. It is also referred to as Vak or Nad and approximates the notion of the word or logos. The idea is that Ikonkar speaks the word and existence appears, as in Kita Pasao Eko Kawao. So the word, this capacity to create, is with Ikonkar. So Shabad becomes the material cause of the universe. It is the supreme creative potency of Ikonkar. And in us, in humans, it resides as the state of supreme consciousness, which is to be reached through Gurmat. And for those of you who are interested in a more detailed treatment of this subject, we recommend that you visit our website at www.coachgurbani.org and look it up in the glossary section. And, of course, we would invite your feedback as well. So, har levelave, that is where the mind has to go. But that only happens with Gur guidance. Gurmukh har levelave, that's the condition. When the mind is Gur guided, only then does consciousness come to be centered on the Har self. So there is this process again that is going on. And live, we have discussed this earlier, but it could stand a repetition, is one of the two orientations that is available to human beings, the other one being Taat. Live is inner-centeredness, whereas Taat is what drives us outwardly. But there are two sides of the same coin. But live has the driver's seat, so to speak, if you will. It is rooted in Gurmat, and so we derive our worldview, our value system from Gurmat. It's like looking out of a window. The mind is working. Gurmat is the compass. It is from that vantage point, which is called live, when you're connected with Gurmat, that we must engage fully, forcefully with the world. And that engagement is Taat. So in sum, be inner-centered, but outwardly directed, both at the same time. Now, the road to the self, Gurmat, is always an approximation because the self, as we have discovered, is unbounded. It has no limits. It's like the open sea. So how do you navigate the open sea? Well, sailors have found direction, approximated direction, by faraway lights like the stars in the sky. So Gurmat is like the star. It's like that North Star that gives you your direction, but it is also like the compass that is constantly reminding you to stay on course. So it combines both of these functions. That's how negotiating the way to the self is, because you're not dealing with a physical entity. You're dealing with essences that the physical organs just cannot grasp. So as we have said earlier, it requires the cultivation of other faculties, not physical organs, in order to access the essence that we call the Har. And so the primordial teacher is the Creator itself. Hamara Thakur Satguru Pura Man Gur Ki Kar Kamave. My mind follows the direction of the Guru Enlightener, and I wash and scrub the feet of those who relate the story of the Supreme Har to me. So this is a way of saying, a metaphor for saying that I actually would submit and learn from them. That's what it means to say that I scrub their feet, not to be taken literally. Hirday Gurmat Ram Rasayan Jehva Har Gun Gave. Rasayan, rejuvenation, alchemical process. So this is the transformation that is happening. Hirday Gurmat Ram Rasayan. Through Gurmat, the heart is rejuvenated. How? With the elixir of the Ram self. Ram Rasayan. Ram is the alchem. It's the alchemical, it's the lodestone, if you will, that'll actually cause the transformation. And then Jehva Hargun Gave, the tongue, the intellect, will then speak through the wisdom of the Har self. You see how the process works. The heart rejuvenates, the mind transforms, and now the speech is governed by Gur wisdom. Man rasaka har ras agane. The mind is now drenched with the essence of the Har self, and it is then that it finds fulfillment, because it is at home in itself. And so therefore all cravings come to an end. Your agane is fulfillment. And the Guru reminds us, Koi kare upav anek bahut tere. Many a method has been adopted many a method. But bin kirpa naam na pave. There is an element of grace without which self-knowledge is simply not possible. And therefore, Jana Nanak speaks. The seeker in Nanak says, Jana Nanak ko har kirpa dhari mat gurmat naam dridave. The seeker Nanak is telling us how he was made firm in Gurmat naam dridave, and then the herself showered its grace on Nanak. And he is in turn telling us to become recipients of that same grace by connecting with Gurmat. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.